Caitlin Clark, for a fact, took that ESPN personal. She does a great job of hiding how she really feels to the media. She always says the right stuff.
24 million viewers. That's how many people tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark's final college game, more than Serena Williams' last match. Yet, ESPN's Pat McAfee thought it was cool to call her one white bee on air. Curious how Clark turned this disrespect into fuel for her record-breaking WNBA rookie season? Stick around. Here's the thing. Clark's not just playing basketball, she's rewriting the playbook. While McAfee's words were flying around, Clark was busy setting the court on fire. You might be wondering, how does a rookie go from being disrespected to dominating the league? Well, Clark's not just breaking records, she's shattering expectations. Her moves are leaving defenders dizzy and fans breathless. But it's not just about the points she's racking up, it's about how she's changing the game. One rookie, reshaping the WNBA, and challenging everything we thought we knew about women's sports. Want to see how she's doing it? Let's dive in. While Clark was busy rewriting the playbook, someone else was busy putting their foot in their mouth. Ever wonder how a pro athlete turns trash talk into treasure?
Say Caitlin Clark, high haters. He even went as far as retweeting this stuff. The NBA tweeted about Caitlin. The NBA said Caitlin Clark put on a masterful performance in Fever win.
Clark's response to a high-profile insult might just surprise you. It all started with a single comment on ESPN. Pat McAfee, in a moment of questionable judgment, referred to Caitlin Clark as one white beat on air. The backlash was swift and intense. Fans, fellow athletes, and media personalities alike called out McAfee for his disrespectful language. But here's where things get interesting. McAfee tried to backpedal, claiming his words were meant as a compliment. He even went as far as to call it a massive face up and reached out to Clark to apologize. But the damage was done. The incident had already ignited a firestorm of controversy. You might be thinking, how did Clark handle this disrespect? Well, that's where things take an unexpected turn. According to McAfee, Clark didn't feel disrespected at all. He stated, "I sent a personal apology to Caitlin Clark through the Fever PR team and heard back that it was all good."
Now, people think it was a petty move from Brown because you guys remember he showed support for Caitlin early on.
But don't think for a second that this meant the incident was forgotten. Far from it. The controversy sparked a much-needed conversation about how women athletes are treated in the media. People started questioning the language used to describe female athletes' achievements. It wasn't just about Clark anymore. It was about respect for women in sports as a whole. And Clark, she didn't just brush off the comments. She used them as fuel. While everyone else was busy debating the appropriateness of McAfee's words, Clark was focusing on her game. She was preparing to take the WNBA by storm. This whole fiasco highlights a bigger issue in sports media. How do we talk about female athletes? What language is appropriate? These are questions that McAfee and others in the industry are now grappling with. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance media personalities must maintain, especially when discussing race and gender in sports. In the end, McAfee humorously claimed that God and the universe told him to stop discussing Caitlin Clark, but the conversation he inadvertently started
said all year that at some point it's gonna click for her, and it's gonna be when she gets enough rest because she's been playing since Iowa. Caitlin Clark's the first player in WNBA history to have multiple career games with 25 plus points, 10 plus assists, and 5 plus three-pointers made.
That's far from over. Remember when rookies were supposed to learn the ropes before making waves? Caitlin Clark didn't get that memo. She's not just playing the game, she's changing it. How many all-time greats has she already surpassed? The answer might shock you. Clark's not just breaking records, she's shattering expectations. She's become the first player in WNBA history to have multiple games with at least 25 points, 10 assists, and 5 three-pointers made in a single season. Let that sink in for a moment. Not just once, but multiple times. And we're only halfway through the season. But wait, there's more. Clark's rookie season is a highlight reel of double-doubles. She's racking them up like they're going out of style. Her ability to score and assist with equal brilliance is turning heads across the league. Defenders are left scratching their heads, trying to figure out how to stop this rookie phenomenon. You might be wondering, is she really that good? Well, let's put it this way. Clark's performance has put her in the MVP conversation. A rookie in the MVP race? That's not just unusual, it's practically unheard of. But Clark's not your average rookie. She's a game changer. A player who's redefining what's possible in women's basketball. And it's not just fans and commentators who are taking notice. The king himself, LeBron James, has publicly supported Caitlin Clark. When one of the greatest players in NBA history is singing your praises.
Oh, LeBron went the opposite direction when he was just speaking facts. But now I think the whole basketball world and all the fans are seeing she's like that, bro.
You know you're doing something right. LeBron's endorsement isn't just a pat on the back. It's a sign that Clark's talent is earning respect across the entire basketball world. But here's the thing, Clark's not just about personal glory. She's elevating the entire game. Her style of play, her record-breaking achievements, they're all contributing to a new era in women's basketball. She's not just a player, she's a movement. Think about it. How often does a rookie come along and completely shake up a league? Clark's doing more than just putting up impressive numbers. She's changing the conversation about women's basketball. She's attracting new fans, inspiring young players, and forcing everyone to sit up and take notice. Clark's not just changing how the game is played, she's changing the entire landscape of women's sports. Think her salary matches her star power? Think again. The numbers behind Clark's impact might shock you, and they're sparking a conversation that's long overdue. Let's talk money. Clark's 4-year contract with the Indian Fever is worth $338,056. Sounds impressive, right? Well, not when you compare it to NBA rookies. Clark's not shy about pointing out this glaring pay gap. She's using her platform to shine a spotlight on the stark differences in compensation between men's and women's professional sports. But here's where things get interesting. While her base salary might raise eyebrows, Clark's off-court earnings are turning heads. She's raked in an estimated $3 million in name, image, and likeness, NIL money, while at Iowa. And those endorsement deals? We're talking 8 figures with big names like Nike and Wilson. Clark's not just a basketball player. She's a brand. Gatorade, Panini, Xfinity, Gainbridge, State Farm, they're all lining up to partner with her. Why? Because Clark's appeal goes way beyond the court. She's not just changing the game, she's changing how people view women's sports. You might be wondering, is this just about one player's popularity? Not even close. Clark's success is reigniting discussions about race and equity in sports. She's challenging long-held narratives about female athletes' marketability. One rookie, shaking up entire industries. But here's the kicker. Clark's not in it for the personal glory. When asked about individual awards, she said, "If you're playing basketball to win individual awards, you're doing it wrong. This isn't just talk." Clark's laser focused on team success. She's motivating her teammates, emphasizing a day-by-day approach to building confidence and achieving wins. Think about it. How often does a rookie come along and not only dominate on the court, but also spark conversations about pay equity, marketability, and leadership? Clark's doing all of this, and she's just getting started. Caitlin Clark's journey from facing disrespect to dominating the WNBA is reshaping how we see women's sports. She's not just breaking records, she's changing minds. Clark's impact goes beyond her own stats. The Indiana Fever, once struggling, are now a team to watch. With Clark on the court, they're playing with new energy and racking up wins. But here's the real game changer. Clark's response to disrespect. She didn't let it slow her down. Instead, she used it as fuel. Now she's inspiring a whole generation of young players. Girls watching Clark play aren't just seeing a great athlete. They're seeing what's possible when you turn negativity into motivation. One player, one rookie season, and suddenly the whole conversation around women's basketball is different. Clark's not just playing the game, she's changing it.